Steak 48, a large national steak restaurant chain, is scheduled to open a new location at 260 South Broad Street in Philadelphia this summer. When you learn about Steak 48's ugly past of racial discrimination and more, you'll want to go elsewhere for your next steak dinner. In 2019, at the Steak 48 location in Chicago, Illinois, a young pregnant African-American woman and her mother were turned away when they asked to be seated for dinner because the pregnant woman's attire didn't comply with Steak 48's dress code.
This is what Desiree Campbell says she wore to her 9-month OBGYN exam in Chicago. After the appointment, she says staffers at Steak 48 refused to seat her, citing what they called a strict dress code. But look at this guy. Campbell says she saw him walk in moments later in a baseball cap, shorts, and gym shoes, and that she saw him get seated. What made matters worse happened after Gresham asked to speak with the manager.
He said, "I am the manager." I said, "Well, is there anybody over you I can speak to?" He said, "Well, do you want to speak to a security guard?"
Why would you ask us to want to talk to a security guard? Like, what do the security guard have to do with what we're talking about?
Making matters worse, in the middle of the Black Lives Matter movement and our national social awakening to racial injustices in America, Steak 48's Philadelphia construction management team has hired just a handful of African-American men or women from the city to build their new high-end steak palace in the shadow of City Hall. Yet, despite having very few people of color on the Steak 48 construction project, one of the workers appears to be a child. Does this kid look at least 18 years old to you? If he isn't at least 18, then Steak 48 and its contractor are in violation of child labor laws. To review, Steak 48 discriminates against African Americans. The chain may be employing a minor to build their Philadelphia restaurant in clear violation of child labor laws. Great review, isn't it? There are literally dozens of fine steakhouses in Philadelphia. Why patronize one that discriminates against people of color? Do the right thing. Boycott Steak 48.